glad to have you with us from Pasadena, California, the Arroyo Seco, and a brilliant night for college football here at the Rose Bowl, one of the landmarks in the sport. And tonight, the UCLA Bruins will open the season at home. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the option. He'll toss it. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And how about that start for this offense? First play of the game. You talk about setting the tone, starting fast. That is the exact thing they just did. One play, one score. Nice start for this offense.
He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Burgess. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Burgess. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bruins will hustle to the line. A run for the quarterback. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Snap from the gun on third down. unleashes one deep. He makes a catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, though.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Wants to throw. It's Casey. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. What a snag by the defense. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back... on the football, going up and making the INT.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a town to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Looking to throw on second down. Using the quick game. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Bruins want to move quickly. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's high. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes it. He's got it. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
That's a good play.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I tried to switch stick onto the safety.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Calls his own number. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense.
Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Hand off from the shotgun.
Oh, come on, linebackers.
All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Come on, right tackle. That's not really his fault. It's a screenplay. That's not really his fault.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He wants to throw here on second down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, the power run here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use.
Oh my God, fighter! We can get her! We can get her!
Comes out throwing on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating. When you're defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
She got a lot of hills, but damn, she...
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a
How
read.
did she hit me with this? Bro, that Emma Cross is better than me. I don't know how to use what I got.
That's caught. It's high. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback and they find them and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Bruins will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Looking for a man. It's Casey. Fires
Pick.
wide out.
Let's go.
And it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
He's looking to throw it.
Hey, I'm on a 5-kill streak.
They're trying to get to it. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Well, the last thing you want to do is put the ball up for grabs in the end zone. Can't try to fire it into double coverage in that situation.
No, and you learned that in high school. I mean, you just can't. When you're in the field goal range and you got a chance to get points, you got to be super smart with the football and make sure, especially throwing in the double coverage. That's not something we do.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they go back on top. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half.
No, it's just letting you away
to
still.
kick it away.
It look like he passing the Burger King now.
He thought about bringing that
You
out
hear me?
for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, I find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC. And then
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On second down, he'll fire. Deep shot for the end zone.
Come on, 6'5"?
And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception.
He's playing
Drive comes
oh,
up
he's
empty and
burnt,
it's a
bro.
turnover.
Go get that.
And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
Knockout, knockout. Oh, you gotta back up.
And he breaks into the open.
Fuck.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone.
I was trying to back that bitch ass nigga. Oh.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Oh, man, that was
Georgia. And with that, they
need
got
to
the
press
lead
on
here in
that.
the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring.
They say he's 2 minutes away, babe. Oh, you didn't need to press.
He'll return it.
Well, hold on, is there...
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He's been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Ellis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Shakes off the tackler. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Back to pass, it's Casey. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Burgess. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so...
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, UCLA 38, Georgia 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Casey. Makes the grab. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
And the Dogs have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
He's loose. The 40. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, UCLA.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with a big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point was good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you...
Time to take a shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this.
That cost a lot.
We like a good season one. I mean, we like a good first game victory.
That's like 2 of mine together. Probably bigger. Wait, is it curved?
He threw for 268.
No, I'm talking
5
about the...
picks.
Never mind. Go ahead.
We threw for 522, 3 touchdowns.
Adrian, I just want to know why you been showing other people your dick.
I should. I'm getting off now.